Why do I literally love the fact that he's miserable? Like, I'm obsessed. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And I'm not gonna lie guys, this week's reading vlog is probably one that I am so excited for. It is the one that I have been planning for the longest, and I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm just really excited for this reading vlog because there have been so many good books that I just really want to do for this reading vlog. So if you haven't gathered by the title of this week's reading vlog, but we are going to be reading only fantasy for a week. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm quite excited. And I've been thinking about a genre that I wanted to do for such a long time, and I was looking at my TBR and I was looking at kind of what I've been really in the mood for recently, and it was just a very obvious what I was going to choose. But we are going to be reading fantasy for a week, guys, and I feel like I'm just going to get chatting with books that I have planned for this week's reading vlog. So the first one that we are going to be reading is Starside by Alex Aster, and I am already quite the chunk of the way through. So I'm on chapter 30, page 316. So I've only got about this much left of the book, and I thought that I would kind of give you my thoughts and feelings, kind of talk to you about the book. And I know I don't usually like starting reading vlogs in the middle of books, but I do want to be honest with you guys. I was thinking about starting this video yesterday, and I just said to myself, like, I just want a day where I can just sit and I can read my book, and I didn't really feel like filming a lot yesterday, I'm not gonna lie. So I thought, you know what, it doesn't matter if I'm halfway through a book and I'm starting this vlog, because I'm just okay with that at the moment. Like, I'm just generally just want to read the books that I want to read. And obviously, you know, social media is such a big part of my life. I film on TikTok, I've got my YouTube account, and I've got a Bookstagram account. And sometimes that are just days or evenings where I just want to sit and read my book without filming with the camera. And I think someone who is a social media content creator, like, I do class myself as a content creator because I do make content, I edit content, I put content out there for people to watch. I do sometimes just like a moment in time where I can just be at one with my reading and my books. But anyway, enough of the rambling about that one. But we are going to finish Alex Aster's new release, Starside. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I'm absolutely loving this book so far. I literally started this book yesterday, and yesterday evening, and I pretty much sat and read a whole 316 pages just on my own yesterday, just reading. I just couldn't stop reading. I had to force myself to put the book down to obviously go to bed, because I obviously was at work today. So this is the first book that we will be finishing in this week's reading vlog. And then the next book I have in this reader vlog that I know I'm going to get round to and I know I'm going to read is Silver Elite by Danny Francis. Now guys, I have probably been wanting to read this for the longest time, and I've never really been in the mood to pick it up because I feel like they're all the same sometimes, like trials and stuff like that are all the same. But I'm not gonna lie guys, this week, and I've recently, like, not just this week, but in general, this book has just been calling my name. I picked it out for my main TBR, and it's kind of been the one that has been really calling my name, and I really wanted to put it in a reading vlog because it's a new series, it's a new author, and I just really wanted to share my opinions with you guys. And I also have just been really wanting to just pick up this book, and I thought, why not? This week is the perfect chance because we're just reading fantasy this week. And then I thought that when I think about it now, like, I probably think I've probably chosen the wrong book, but I also think in my head, like, this is the book I'm feeling for, like, this is the book I'm reaching for, and this is the book that I have seen the most, and I just want to sit and read, and that is Fury Bound by Sable Sorensen, which is the second book in the Walls of Ruin series, and the second book to Diabound. And you guys, I don't know if I read Diabound with you. I'm not too sure if I already had read it before I was with you guys, or I read it in, or I have my YouTube account, I just never put it in a video. I don't know, can't remember guys. But I've been waiting for Fury Bound for such a long time, and I just wanted to read this book, guys. And I know it's the second in a series, and I will keep it spoiler free. And I really want to read it, guys. This is the book that has been calling my name the most, and since it's come through my door, I've been really trying to hold off reading it. But I'm not gonna lie guys, I'm just gonna let myself free reign and read this book. Now obviously I don't have backups. I don't have spare books. I feel like 3 books for me will be more than enough, especially with the sheer size of all of these books. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the thought of the fact that I've literally probably just chosen like the biggest books on my TBR and decided I'm gonna read them this week. But I am working from the office every single day this week. So today I did my normal standard Monday shift, which is 8 till 5, and I came home. I had some dinner, and I've really been just sat editing the video that is going up for Wednesday. And I sometimes like to do this on a Tuesday, but I knew I just wanted to come home and get reading because obviously I'm filming a reading vlog for you guys. And when I'm at work and I come home, because of my office being 30 to 45 minutes away, sometimes depending on traffic, like in the morning I can get there within 20 minutes, but coming home, it always takes me such a long time. And I just want to make sure that I have enough time to read all the books that I want to read and also just film in my head a good quality reading vlog for you guys. I think I'm gonna maybe extend this until maybe Saturday potentially, because I think looking at the books, I don't know if I will get this all finished and read by Friday, because obviously I'm at the office all week. But I do have I have 3 days where I will be finishing at 4:30, and then I have one session where I will finish at 3:30, which is fine. So I do have Fridays usually going to be my bigger day to read. I don't always finish this early on a Friday. It just depends on what week it lands on. I will finish early on one week and start really late on the next week. But I feel like I've probably done enough rambling, guys, and we're going to start Starside and hopefully finish it.
Why do I literally love the fact that he's miserable? Like, why am I literally why do I can't. I literally love him. Like, he is so grumpy. I love him, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, I love him. I think I've got a love triangle going on and I love every bit of this. I'm obsessed. I'm not joking. If we get Vander and Harlan and then we have Boris as a love triangle, I'm gonna be obsessed.
Hey guys, so I thought I would give you a mini update as it's currently Tuesday evening and it's around nearly 6 o'clock. I've just come home, I've just kind of just chatted to my partner and just kind of chilled out before obviously the reading vlog commences. But I do have a little update that I want to give you all. So I did finish Starside last night, guys, and it was a 5-star. I have some mini TikToks on the way for this book because I just can't. I literally went to bed. I literally finished this book. I got into bed and I literally pre-ordered the second book that's due to come out, and it comes out in November, and I'm so excited, guys. But I rated this a 5-star, and I don't really think I told you exactly what this book was about. So we are following Eris, and Eris basically wants to go to this questral, I think it's called. And basically what happens is the gate opens and they have to kind of compete in trials, and they kind of go on an adventure, and she meets Harlan, and basically they decide to team up together to kind of complete and the mission and kind of go and things like that. So you kind of are following kind of the swords and the power of what the swords hold and all of the gods that are involved. And you also kind of realize, so Aris is immortal, and then you've got Harlan, who is a demon, and you then follow kind of that, and you kind of follow how she determines to beat the gods basically, and she's filled with revenge. And I don't know if it tells you why. Yeah, vengeance against the gods, because her family basically were killed by the gods. So you then kind of find out what happened, why it happened, and things like that, guys. But I genuinely enjoyed this book from the bottom of my heart. I literally read this so quickly, and I just want to say, if you haven't read this book already, I really, really, really recommend reading this book, guys. I tell you now, I'm obsessed and I cannot wait for book two. And Alex Aster did not disappoint. Not that I thought that she would, but definitely a 5-star read. And it's definitely another book that I will definitely eventually go back and reread. I can absolutely see that already happening. So I was supposed to read this morning, but I was just really tired and I don't really want to push myself to read. So we are going to start the new book tonight, being Silver Elite by Danny Francis. So we're going to sit and we're going to start this. And I'm hoping to get about 200 pages read of this today. I feel like it is doable. And I definitely, well, depending on how quick it is, but I do feel like it is doable. And I would like to get a good chunk of this book read. So I feel like I haven't got anything else to say. I don't really know much about this book, kind of going in blind, guys. But I think I'm just gonna chill. I might get into some pajamas, and I think I'm gonna get into some cute pajamas. I'm gonna get cozy, and I think I'm just gonna cuddle up with my book tonight. And I don't think I'll update you for the rest of the evening until tomorrow. I think that's the plan. I think the only way I'm gonna literally sit and devour this book is to literally just sit and read it. So I feel like I will give you my update either in the morning or when I'm back home from work. So yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna get going and we're gonna read Silver Elite by Danny Francis. So, guys, I need to give you a little update because it's currently Thursday evening. I'm literally just about to get into my PJs and maybe start another book. I'm not sure, but I do have a lot that I do need to catch you up on. So, it's currently Thursday. I didn't film anything yesterday because basically I got home from work and then Matt's brother came round like he does every Wednesday. I then had food and then I just wanted to kind of chill, sit and read my book. So, I didn't end up actually filming anything last night or even updating you. So I feel like I've got a massive update to kind of update you with. So I have started and finished Silver Elite. Now, you would have seen me start Silver Elite on Tuesday. But then I think I got 20% in, and then yesterday I got to, I want to say, around the 50-60% mark. And then I have just finished reading Silver Elite by Danny Francis, and I rate this a 4-star. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I was a little bit worried that going from star side to this, that I wasn't going to enjoy it as much as I did, because I do sometimes get a little bit like I read a 5-star and then I really struggle to then end up enjoying or like not wanting to DNF the next book I read, because obviously for me Starside became my everything very quickly, as you would have told or seen from my TikToks. Starside became my whole world very quickly. I love that world, I love that series, and I can't wait to read the next book that comes out in November, and I just love the whole thing. So I was worried going into this, especially reading the same genre as well, that I wasn't sure if I was going to like it, and I didn't want to kind of do a wrong book wrong time right book wrong time, sorry. But I did rate this 4 stars, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So I thought I would give you kind of what it's about, and then, yeah, we can get cracking into the next book. So we are following Ren, and Ren is technically classed as a modifier. So, or as they call a mod. So a mod is someone who has abilities or is able to manipulate something for what they need it to be. So the abilities include kind of incinerate. Is that the word? Incinerate? incinerate, it's something like that, where they can like make someone do something. They then have telepathy, so they can read other people's minds. They've got like projection, so that they can basically project what they want or need to project. So they have very different kind of abilities, and in this, Ren has 4 abilities. And basically, if they have a bar, like a mark, it's like a blood mark basically, and with that, they basically, that's how they know, or their veins kind of go a different color. So she kind of at the beginning has to train for the silver elite kind of training program basically to get herself into this, and she has to go through many trials and training and kind of military kind of things obviously that they need to do. She then obviously, so you watch her battle through obviously all of that and how she feels about it, given kind of what their opinions are, obviously, of the mods, and you kind of find out more information about kind of how they came about and things like that, which I thought was really, really interesting. And I think the way that this book was written, it was so good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But again, I rated it a 4-star, which I thought from what kind of everyone's kind of rated it 3 or 4 stars, and I didn't know what I was going to rate it, but I felt the more that I read it, the more I enjoyed it. At the beginning, I thought it was a little bit slow, but I think it was just as it was building up, it got better. But I did really enjoy this book, guys. And yeah, if you haven't read this, I definitely recommend reading it, because I don't think you'll be disappointed, because I certainly wasn't disappointed by the book. And I feel like I really want to read the next book, which I was hoping wasn't going to happen, because obviously I have this in paperback, and I believe the book has recently just come out. So I don't know how long I'd have to wait. I think I might have to look it up or something. But we are now going to start Fury Bound by Sable Sorensen, and you're probably wondering why I've left this till last. I think it's because I know how much I genuinely enjoy being in this world, and how much I just get so swept up in Sable Sorensen's writing, that I really wanted to leave this till last. And I'm not saying this is going to be best till last. I'm just saying that obviously we had a 5-star read, but I wanted to leave it just a little bit longer, because I did only recently just get it, and it has only recently come out. And obviously as well, it is the second book in the series, so I feel like it will be harder for me to talk about it and keep it spoiler free. Whereas with the other two, they were kind of first books in the series, so although they were the start of something, I didn't really have to worry about spoiling anything for you guys. So I am going to try and keep this as spoiler free as I can, and if I do release any spoilers, I will make sure to either tell you to skip and go to a certain part in the video, or I will just put all of the kind of spoilers at the end. I'm hoping to just keep it as spoiler free as I can for you guys, like I do with all of my other reading vlogs. But I'm just really excited to kind of start this book. It is a chunk, and obviously it is Thursday evening now, so I probably am hoping to finish this tomorrow night, because it's Friday, and obviously I want to obviously get this video done by Saturday, because I do have a lot of editing that I need to do for this video, and I haven't gone and started editing it before, because I wanted to make sure that I liked all of it to the standard that I've given it. But I thought that was a over ramble of me just chatting and giving you a bit of an update. But as you know, I've obviously been at work all week, and I'm in the office because I'm training for something new in my job, which I'm really thoroughly enjoying. And tomorrow is my last day of when I need to be in the office, so I do finish at 3:30 tomorrow. So hopefully by the time we get home, we'll have plenty of time to kind of finish the book before I need to go to bed. Although I am concerned, I don't think I'm going to get very far, because I'm just going to make sure that I don't spoil anything for myself, but it is, I think there's a lot of information on here. I don't know if that is, so it's 584 pages long, so I don't think I'm going to get very far into it tonight. I'm not going to lie, it's coming up nearly 9 o'clock, and I will probably only read for an hour, and then I'm literally going to go to bed. So I'm hoping to go to bed before like 10:30. So yeah, I'm probably only going to have about an hour to read my book, and then whatever I read tomorrow, hopefully we can finish it. Obviously if it goes into Saturday, I'm not too phased. But that is kind of the update. I've really rambled in this reading update, I'm so sorry guys. And yeah, let's get reading Fury Bound by Sable Sorensen. And that is the end of today's video. I'm really sorry I didn't film yesterday. Yesterday I was just having a mini flare up, and I kind of just wanted to be in the bath, cozy, reading my book. So I didn't actually film anything yesterday or update you. So I thought that we could just quickly do that and then discuss the books that we read. I'm going to leave the video here. because I think we've read a good amount of books. So you would have seen the first book that we read was Starside by Alex Astor, and this is a 5 star, guys. I thoroughly loved this book. I have still thinking about this book since I finished it, and if you haven't read this book already, I genuinely recommend doing it, guys, because you will not be disappointed by this book. So we did read this one again. It was really quick, nice and easy. Really liked it. Don't be afraid of the size, because it does flow very quickly. And then we read Silver Leap by Danny Francis, and I rated this a 4 star. And I think I said in my update, I didn't expect to rate this as high as I did, solely on the fact that I did just have a 5 star. But I rate this a 4 star. I thoroughly enjoyed it. And again, if you haven't read this book, I really recommend reading it. I cannot wait until I can get my hands on the second book, because I feel like I will read that very quickly. It was definitely something different from a lot of the fantasies that I've recently read. So I think it just piques my interest a little bit more. And then you would have seen that we did start Fury Bound in this, and we got about that far. Just going to try and find my bookmark. We got that far the way through. So we got to chapter 34, page 334. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I am thoroughly enjoying this book. It is probably sat on the 4 star realm already, but we didn't finish this book. But again, like I said to you, eyes on, I think it was one of my other vlogs, reader vlogs. I don't want to just sit and force myself to read in front of you guys. Like, I want to be able to give you content that is good, and I don't want to feel like when I am going through a flare up that I have to film or I have to read or anything like that. I do just prefer to take it at my own pace. So I am sorry that we didn't film yesterday, but also I just have to look after myself and do the things that works for me. But that is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff you know how to do, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.